am doing a quick audio sound check. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. You probably all, well, there's music playing, which, let me pause for a second. So this is now me just talking without the music. You probably hear a little white noise, which is the fan that I have going, because there's no AC up here in the attic where I am, but it is quite warm. All right, let me know how this sounds. Good morning. Welcome to the coding train from yet another studio location. I have been moving and trying to stream from here and there and everywhere, although very, very little in the last month, because I believe if you go back and look at the calendar, and I'm just checking to see that my audio is working and there's a picture of me on my monitor over here, that the last time I live streamed, it was definitely the month of July, and it was towards the end of July. It might have been something like July 22nd, but I am back to what I hope might actually be a regular weekly Saturday morning at exactly this time. It's morning for me, 10 a.m. live stream. So I've got a lot of new stuff here in my setup, but first I've got to admit something. I've got a confession. I mean, this is not too unusual for a Coding Train live stream. The confession that I have, but it's just much more extreme at this moment than it usually is. I have no plan for today whatsoever. Not even like, here's a mental list of a few things I want to make sure I say, and then I don't have a plan. I just have no plan. So whatever is coming out of my mouth talking to you right now is just whatever I'm happening to think of as a moment. But I really wanted to make sure that I turned the buttons on to live stream, to really get back into the habit of it. Because to be honest, it was a bit of a struggle for me. I meant to do this last week. There's a lot of complexity going on in everyone's life. Mine is no exception. I'm in a very lucky and privileged situation in many ways, that I have a lot of things easy, but just figuring out how to kind of get over that hump and back to being with you, the people of the internet, the Coding Train passengers, if you will. And I really missed that. And I wanted to just kind of rip off the Band-Aid and be back here. So here I am. What's next? Anything you do will be good, says Amannaski. Glad to see you. Hello there, says Andy. Joshua says, we love having you back. Okay, so this is helping. It's nice to see these nice comments in the YouTube chat. So, Coding Garden is here. Just wing it. Kay Weekman, who by the way, even though I know your full name, I can never refer to Kay Weekman as anything other than Kay Weekman. Also, I'm slightly afraid I'm going to mispronounce your first name, because I know there are different pronunciations of it. Alka says hello. And so Glauco sends me a nice, lovely little super chat there. Miss you, pal. Welcome back. So maybe this wasn't entirely true, because I do have a bit of a plan for today. And my only plan, the thing that I thought of as I was frantically this morning, plugging in all the wires and cables, was to let me get organized for this fall. I did this at the beginning of the summer. I think probably in May, and let me pull that up here for a second. And while I'm here, I just want to thank the sponsor for today's live stream, if my buttons will work. Brilliant. Brilliant is a wonderful website for learning and interactive learning and exercises. It's so related to everything that I do on this channel. So you can check it out at brilliant.org/codingtrain. I'll come and look at some of their courses later when I take a break. All right, let me pull open my web browser here. And I'm going to try to pay a little more attention to the chat than I usually do. Those of you who happen to be Coding Train members and are in both the YouTube chat and the Discord member live stream chat, if you see a really what you view as a meaningful or important or interesting question, you could repost it for me. And I know Simon, if Simon's watching, Simon has a whole Discord bot, Q&A bot system. I don't know if we're prepared to use that today, but that would be helpful for me if you want to help me with any of the pulling out interesting questions. But I am keeping one thing that I have is really exciting. I can't talk too much about it. I have to do. I mean, I can. I have a new monitor, and it's a 34-inch wide monitor. So it's I really want to show it. I've got Open Broadcast Studio over here. I've got the YouTube chat here. I've got the Discord chat here. I've got the YouTube console here. When I talk about Brilliant, I have some notes that I can just pull up. So there's so much screen space for me. It's very exciting. Let me go here to late night. This is not coming up. Why does the computer not know just to type whatever I want it to type? Is it this? Brilliant. Okay. Sponsored by Brilliant. Okay. So, moving down along here for a second. By the way, oh, my key is a little bit off. You can see that, right? The light is different. So I spent a lot of time working on the key for the green screen the other day. Because in a new setup, I've got the green screen here. But apparently the lighting, in this attic where I kind of show you, maybe you could see it in my YouTube story. I took a picture. I know this is going to be the live stream of tangents as well. Can you see channel stories on just through the web interface? It doesn't appear. Like, where are my stories? Community. I guess I have to go to, no. Oh well. If you look at my YouTube stories, you can see I'm like an old fogey who doesn't know how to use the internet. There's no TikTok coming. There's no Coding Train TikTok coming. If anybody wants to be the official Coding Train on TikTok representative, maybe we could reach a whole new audience there, but I don't think it's going to be me. Although I do like to dance, and I hear that's a thing. I see Sudoku Generator. Visit here to see your dance. Now, I know you didn't even hear me say that already because you're way behind. So the other thing that's amazing to me is I am live streaming from my attic over Wi-Fi. I didn't think that would be possible, but the quality, so I hear, is just fine. Where was I? What was I? I was trying to find the picture of my attic. Okay, never mind. So this was a list of things I made earlier this summer. Nothing's checked off. That's horrible. Was there a different list? I remember checking things off at some point to sort of keep track of some projects that I was working on. Oh, I think I made some notes on a whiteboard at some point. So I did a bunch of these things. Does it let me check them in a README? No. Am I logged in? Yeah, I probably have to edit it. So this is one of the things that I want to do today is really get organized for this fall. I don't know if David is watching. I definitely want to look at a few. I see David in the chat. Look at a few community contributions. I'll probably start with that. So I think I can pull up the link for that, and I can talk about how you can get involved with the Coding Train community. Cloned81 asks, how will I ever learn JavaScript? There's so much to learn. Where to start? Oh, so first, when it's time for you to learn JavaScript, you want to sit down at your desk, pull out a sheet of paper that's just full of random digits. You always got to have one handy with you. Mine is the piece of paper that fell out of my random digits book. Take a deep breath, put on some nice soothing music, and read from your random numbers. A little random number ASMR here, because I have a new microphone. Okay, here we go. 86,789. 9,687. 7,986. 47,002. 13,014. 63,742. 2,099. 75,820. My bald spot is so visible right now. Did I have that? Does anybody know they used to have that, like, in the 80s, you would see a late night commercial for, like, the spray-on hair? You could just sort of spray it on. I think I might need that. Everybody always says I look so much younger. Don't think that's so true anymore with this high-definition, super amazing camera I have here. 82,044. Oh, I love live streaming on the internet. This fulfills me to know it. Unfortunately, you can see that my camera green screen doesn't actually fill up the screen. I get a tremendous amount of happiness and joy and fulfillment. It's really wonderful. Here I am in Brooklyn, New York, in an attic with like a tremendous amount of expensive computer equipment, a fan, a page of random numbers, and 574 people are here with me. It's just amazing. Please do a factorial code tutorial on processing. I like that idea. Simon. Oh, Simon. Everybody should know Simon. Simon is probably one of the most loyal viewers of the Coding Train. Simon is a young a young person, a young human who loves to code, has his own YouTube channel. Simon is always making stuff for the coding train, contributing, and I'm always behind. I always haven't caught the last thing, haven't looked at the last thing, and I apologize, Simon. Did you see the Mega Fave Numbers playlist on YouTube? I don't know what that is. I have not seen the Mega Fave. I think I better turn this off. I have not seen that. If somebody wants to send me a link. And it's a GitHub, an issue on the website. So let's move to the... Hey, everybody! It's time for your favorite segment on the coding train with your host, me, the conductor of the train. All aboard. Today, the segment is, we're going to look at your code and your community contributions. I'm going to just get my fancy fingers here, type it into my keyboard. And press my magic button here. And we're going to go to the Issues tab. And somewhere here, Wheel Link by Gypsy Dangerous. Gypsy Dangerous, viewer of the coding train, thank you for making this beautiful wheel spinner. So, what this wheel spinner does, basically, if you don't know, if you go to thecodingtrain.com, and any of the pages here, like if I go right to this most recent Coding in the Cabana video on marching squares, if I click on this button here, I will get to the page that has a million links to every single possible version of code that I demonstrate in the video. Wow, look at that. And then it has a list of community contributions here. So you can have your project listed here. It's a wonderful way to share your work with the community. I love to like click through and find them. I actually often show these to students in my classes that I teach at New York University. And then there's a link down here at the below which you can add your own version. So all of this happens through this weird little thing here that's in the corner right here is the microphone. I feel like it either needs to be like much more visible, there we go, or not visible at all. Let's try that. If that messed up the sound, let me know. So what was I saying? So the methodology for adding your link to the web page is by making a pull request on GitHub, and I have a video tutorial about that I'm sure if you search Coding Train pull request will come up. But we also have a page here that gives you instructions specifically for this page with a little look how crazy I look there. Different glasses. Different hair. I cleaned myself up. By the way, I don't know if there's any photos of me on the internet anywhere from like 2 weeks ago. I mean, I could show you, but I hadn't trimmed my beard or cut my hair in like months. It was like crazy. So maybe someone can remind me. I can share that with you. Sound is actually better, says Solar Liner. Amazing. So I encourage you to submit your project through this method. The community is very friendly and helpful. You can also join the Discord. I definitely want to spend some time talking about this. I would like to ramp up the Discord this fall. That's kind of a goal of mine, because on my agenda, and I've got to give a huge shout out to Coding Garden with CJ, who's in the chat. On my agenda for this fall is a series of step-by-step Discord bot tutorials. It's for the course that I'm teaching at NYU, so I've got to make those videos on the coding train to release to the world and use them in my course. So I want to do a lot more with Discord this fall. All right, but we have a redundant system. It'd be nice to automate this in some fancy way, but David Snyder, Gypsy Dangerous, was generous enough to, and David, apologies if other people helped you with this. I'm not crediting everyone, but you feel free to let me know in the chat. Happy International Programmers Day. Is that really true? I want to be able to say that in as many languages as possible. My microphone is positioned wrong. You need to tilt it back. I'm afraid to mess with it too much. As soon as I touch the microphone, it's like this USB. I need to get a new cord for it. It keeps cutting. I'm not touching it anymore. I'm not touching it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that audio problem. The day of the okay, breaking news, everybody. Is this it? Breaking news here on the Coding Train. From Oh, and Arnav has joined. I've got more breaking news. Ah! Oh no, not wrong one. No, that's not right. Where does it go? Where's my button? Yeah. Arnav, welcome to the Coding Train. You have just boarded the train as a passenger on the Coding Train. Thank you for your support. With your membership of the Coding Train, you will receive your very own random number. We must get the random number book. $28,461. Oh my goodness, and Daniel Granger. Welcome, Daniel Granger. You have boarded the Coding Train. With your membership of the Coding Train, you will get me to waste more time not actually coding on the Coding Train by just playing buttons here and talking incessantly. I don't know why you're all watching this. Please go all about with your day. Seriously, this is nonsense. But I'll give you a random number. Oh, you're getting a Gaussian deviate. I don't know about this, Daniel. 1.137. All right. I'm new to the channel. Can you give an introduction? Oh, you mean this doesn't just like make sense to you, like what this channel is? I can do that. That's actually probably a good idea. It's been so long since I've live streamed. I'm new to the channel. Oh, whoa, the focus just went a little crazy there. All right. So, but I was on a path. I was going to spin the wheel, the magical wheel of wonderfulness. Let's introduce the channel to our new viewer. What's the new viewer's name? What's the new viewer's name that said, I'm new to the channel? Kay Weekman's passed me that. I would love to know. 100 emoji. By the way, it's very important that you always keep like a geometry reference near you. And I just want to show you mine. This is my, no, I guess I should switch to here. This is my wonderful geometry mug, which I actually purchased in Bletchley Park in the UK. I bought this mug, made it all the way back here. It gives me my mathematical formulas. I have coffee in it, which is probably not something I should be allowed to drink. But, you know, by the way, one thing that I love about live streaming at home is I feel much more free to be completely insane. Because, like, when I was live streaming in a studio at NYU, I felt like, you know, somebody might be listening and I had to, like, have some sort of semblance of professionalism. And that's actually one of the big things I want to talk about, how I'm intending to be a little bit more clear about how I'm separating the tutorial content that is more curriculum-based, and it's not really, like, serious academic stuff, but, and the sort of live stream nonsense. All right. It was... and thank you, Brent Brassad, for your super chat. This is all too kind of all of you. Venkat Gudavilam is new to the channel. All right, so. And by the way, this live stream is going to go until noon. So I do have to turn it off at noon. At noon, my children will be up here like yelling at me because the one thing about this new monitor and PC streaming setup that I have is kids are 9 and 12 and they discovered that it's the best gaming setup. And they've discovered this game called Fall Guys, I think, that they love. Play it on Steam. Not a sponsor, but hey, I'm available. And they actually want to live stream. It won't be through the Coding Train, but if you're join the Discord. I'll post a link afterwards if you want to join us this afternoon playing some Fall Guys. I think that's the name of the game. Mostly they play Roblox, and we've been doing a little foray into Roblox programming. Introduce the channel. Can you please keep... You're all. I mean, I can't keep a thought together. I think we might need some random number reading again. I wish Gloria, my puppers, would show up. Oh my goodness! Welcome, Koosh Bardwaj. Thank you for boarding the coding train as a member. You're all passengers. You're all with me here on the coding train. I love you all equally, except for the ones who join as members that I love just like a tiny bit more. No, not me. You're all wonderful. I'm just joking. Oh, this is all so silly. Let's give you your random number. 71,190. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay. So, introduction to the coding train, then community contributions. So this is my YouTube channel. This is a fun thing. I really hesitate to show this but I think people will enjoy seeing this. I got one of those like gold play buttons, which is very exciting and fun, and I have it here. You can see this. This is the coding train. Oh my goodness! Please stop joining already. Welcome, Charlie England, to the coding train. You are a new passenger boarding this morning. And welcome. I usually say a bunch of nonsense and some shtick, and I've forgotten about it, and there's only 10 seconds left, so I'm going to give you your random number. Please, I hope you're all noting these down, because I'm not. And 39,403. Maybe I can do something with the rewards, where when I end up sending people their custom train whistles, you get your own random number, like, inscribed on it. You guys are torturing me. Welcome to S.A. McQuanzie. Welcome to passengers. You've boarded the coding train. I'm really out of things to say. I need to take like an improv class or something. Like this is not, I'm like just here to make some JavaScript tutorials, not to do this stuff. And I gotta take a nap. I'm so tired all of a sudden. Oh, and your random number is 59,745. All right, please take a break from joining people. Okay. So the Coding Train is a YouTube channel, and I started it. Let's talk a little bit about the history of things. So I started making videos. I think they still exist. If I search like Vimeo Daniel Schiffman. Whoa! Wow, we're gonna find some really old stuff. Who knows? I was hoping my Vimeo account would show up, but. So I would say probably almost 10 years ago now. That is insane. I've been teaching at a program. You're welcome for the introduction to the coding train, and then an hour later, I'm like back to the community contributions. All right, I'll move this along more quickly. So I'm a graduate of this program at NYU, and I've been teaching there for a number of years now. And I used to just make videos for the courses, and I started publishing them on Vimeo. In 2000, I definitely was making these videos in 2012. I think a little bit before then too. And the topic of these videos is programming the computer, coding. And the angle that I'm coming from is a term that's often used called creative computing, creative coding. I think I have some issues with that term, but it is nice. I think of it in a similar way to I think of like what creative writing, like. Creative writing isn't something, it doesn't mean that all writing isn't creative, but it's a sort of like a common term that we can understand when referring to fiction or poetry and a certain kind of way of thinking and being with each other as we write. So I think of creative coding as the same sort of thing. And if you go specifically to like the coding challenges, which it's a kind of insane that I don't have one of these since March. Although you might remember something happened in the world. I mean, it happened before March, but it really started happening here in this United States in March. So that's kind of been the issue here. But for me, you'll see that a lot of these have to do with graphics and generative art and just sort of like experimental stuff. So that's the main topic. I also use primarily the tools that I use to program on this channel are primarily, not exclusively, but primarily from the Processing Foundation. And actually, if you go to the Processing Foundation website, you'll find me here as someone who's on the board of directors. I should also mention something really exciting here, that there's a new project lead, Moira Turner, for the P5JS project. The tools that I'm using most right now are the P5 web editor, which is made, and the lead developer is Cassie Tarakazian, and the P5JS library, the new lead is Moira Turner. So you should definitely read all about the Processing Foundation. It's my heart and soul is with the Processing Foundation. It's kind of like the focus of my work. Everything kind of like from teaching and YouTubing and all that kind of leads in or branches out from there. But one of the things that, if you're new to this channel, I do have this tab on the website called Beginners. So if you go here into Beginners, there are really three playlists here right now. This is probably the one, if you've never coded before, this is probably the one that I'd recommend, in that it's most recent. This is the kind of thing that I probably should reboot every few years, and it's getting a little bit out of date. But you know, I don't know how to manage like time and topics, but someday maybe that will happen. But if I go to here, you'll see some of these videos are more recent than others, but really they're from about 2 years ago now, but largely the same. So this is, you can learn to program. It's all the very basics. I think this is maybe even, you know, I'm not an expert here, but I think appropriate from like 6th grade and up. So 6th grade is like 12, 13, that's or 11. I should know this, considering that I have a son who's in 6th grade, like literally. And he is 12, so must be somewhere around there. But when I hear the pitter patter of feet. So there's other people wandering close to the attic in my house here. So this is where I would recommend, if you want to try the coding train stuff, there's plenty of other resources on the internet that you can find. You don't need to learn to code through my stuff, but you can find the intro series here. So I have a bit of a sort of strange practice, which has I've never really sort of figured out, but I both have sequenced tutorials with some light editing, and you'll find those all here on the website, like in Git and GitHub for Poets, or Nature of Code, Simulating Natural Systems. You can find these different like playlists here. And then I do these live streams, which, as you can tell if you're watching, all 610 of you, what? I don't know where you are in the world, but right now on the East Coast, in the New York City area, it is just beautiful out. So please, this will be available for viewing later. Clearly, I'm not doing anything but just rambling. So enjoy the outside if you can. But also hello to those of you who are watching from India, like Kartik. That is just amazing and wonderful to me. I also live stream, and generally the live streams have actually been a lot of the same content that's in all of these videos, but just without any of that light editing. So if, for example, here, one of the most watched videos that I have on my channel, which is a coding challenge number 3, the snake game. This is, I'm going to learn machine learning apparently.
This course is about machine learning.
Hello and welcome to what today will be a 15-minute coding
challenge. I'm logged into YouTube through my NYU account. So this coding challenge, if I go through it, somewhere in the middle, it says it says stop for technical difficulties or something. And then here in the description, there was a link to it. Oh no, maybe it's a pinned comment. Yeah. So the pinned comment here now takes you to the live stream. So if I go to this,
I need to add another
this is now live stream number 32, which is like over 2 hours long, where I was doing a ton of stuff. I should really log in. I have YouTube Premium on other Google accounts. I have like multiple YouTube Premium accounts, which is really dumb. I need to like get rid of one of them, figure that out. Anyway, but one of the things that I actually would like to do this year that I'm hoping to figure out is just have a weekly live stream like this one, which is just kind of chatting, having fun, looking at stuff. Speaking of somebody who does this well, CJ in the chat has a lot of different kinds of live streams that he does on Twitch that are sometimes just Q&As and just like working through a problem in an informal way. So I want to try to do more of that. Maybe Saturdays at 10, from 10 to 12, and then Fall Guys, Steam games afterwards with my kids. So that's Oh, the new member track is panned to the right. That doesn't be... Okay, something was going wrong there. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking at the chat. There's some like things going on in the chat. All right, so that's my introduction to the channel, I guess. I have a long ton of, like, probably almost 1,000 tutorial videos that you can go back and find, and I'm planning to do a lot more new stuff. But one of the things that I really try to do is engage with the community. So the main place to do that is through the Discord. I'm pressing a button now, which will pop up the Discord link in the chat, and also through the community contributions on the website. So let's go back to the wheel spin time. And Bruno! Just when I thought I was finally going to get to doing something, I now have to welcome Bruno to the coding train. The panic-inducing timer, right? Yeah, good old days. Bruno, your coding train random number is 28,351. Thank you for joining. So I guess I can talk about membership stuff in a little bit, but let's go ahead and look at some community contributions. So I was saying, David, Gypsy Dangerous on GitHub, helped put this together. It pulls from a spreadsheet, which is sort of duplicates all the community contributions on the website. If I've shown one already, it gets taken off the spreadsheet, and then this P5 sketch is populated with with I guess 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I can spin this wheel. And when I spin it, we don't know what we're gonna get because the numbers are here. We're gonna land on number 44. And I think now if I do remove and view selected, that's gonna bring it up. Yes. So this brought up a contribution by Gene Loop called 3D Tic Tac Toe. Oh, this is exciting to see. So the original one that this is based on is this coding challenge number 149, Tic Tac Toe. I encourage you to check this one out. Original code, and there's a lot. Oh, this one has a lot of contributions. Wow, look at that. And I also did a follow-up to this using the Minimax algorithm for an AI to play Tic Tac Toe. And let's look at Gene Loop's version. Oh, awesome! What's the slider do? What's that? I can't tell. Oh, this is the speed, maybe. Oh, and look at that! For the when it wins, I guess it's when it gets 3 in a row in this 3D space, it like highlights it by turning on the stroke. That is really cool. I want to watch this again. Amazing work. Oh, I love it when it's diagonal. So one thing, I'm just going to switch over to change the URL to full. So you definitely don't need to do this. I really like it when you're sharing a P5 web editor sketch to share the view that has a full, because that way it has the top bar so I can see the name and who created it, as well as click over here, and we're now at the code, and we can see this. This is so cool to see. So this is using, wow, the WebGL. I'm always amazed by what the WebGL renderer can do in P5.js. Great work. I assume. Oh, so Kay Weekman is giving me a comment that I want to address in a second. Yeah, actually, I forgot what I was going to say. Great job, lad. Oh, I had all this energy and adrenaline and having and then just like a moment there, I took like a deep breath and like everything drained out of me, and I feel like it's time to go take a nap all of a sudden. What was I saying? WebGL. Oh, yes. If you happen to be, if I happen to like come across your community contribution while live and you're in the chat, please let me know. I don't know how we authenticate that, but it's great. Then we can ask questions and chat about the code. And you know, I've done various things where I sometimes like even have somebody call in, but I'm not really set up for that right now. So maybe we'll get back to that in the future. So Kay Weekman just passed along. There was a message in the chat. In this website, Learning NOC doesn't have the playlist updated. Since Dan is making new videos, can those go in archive? So unfortunately, I don't know what that. I don't know what that's referring to. Which website? It's probably this. Oh, Learning Nature of Code. These are the updated ones. They're just as far as I got last spring. So I guess I'll need more information. But what you should do if there are things that need to be fixed or out of date or broken on the website, go here to the GitHub repo, which is /codingtrain/website, and post new issue. I would love to hear from you. You know, there's a lot of people that help with maintaining all these GitHub repos. And so, you know, we're certainly behind on getting back to a lot of these like issues and questions, but this is a place where you can file a question or concern like that. Okay. Can you please check out our community contribution of your 7-segment delay? Okay, I don't really, I hesitate to start taking requests to look at community contributions that people are asking for in the chat because I don't know how to manage that. But since it happens to be the first one that I noticed, I'll say I am going to take a look at that. But that's probably going to be the only one. Otherwise, I'll spin the wheel. So let's go to, this was Baswar who asked. I'm going to go to Coding Challenges, 7-segment display. And let's see, how do I find yours? Will I recognize, right down here, Rainbow Clock by Baswar Chakraborty and Anusha Tripathi. Excuse me, my voice is, my voice is changing. It happens multiple times in my life. Why, the key, you can see, okay, Rainbow Clock, let's take a look. Oh, this is awesome. September 12th, Saturday. 10:43. This like kind of cool background, and now like there's all these sliders top left. Oh, it's like a dynamic. I can pick a color for the corners, and I guess it interpolates between them. So like if I slid them all down to here, is this hue, saturation, brightness? Is it RGB? I would love to know. Clocks are always an assignment that I often give in my creative coding classes. It's a fun thing for people to be creative with. And this is, oh, look at this. Oh, it must be hue, right? Because if I only have one slider and the color is changing, it's most likely hue. This was awesome. Thank you for sharing this. I love also to see that you're hosting it with GitHub Pages, which is a really nice way to be able to host your work online for free. That is something I really need to redo, my GitHub Pages tutorial. I should be taking notes. That would be sort of very helpful, I think. Okay. Let's look at one more wheel spin. Where's my wheel? Close. And let's spin this wheel. Oh, I was about to say, and it's number 40, but it is number 93. So let's take a look at this one. Pong Atari version, contributed by Mark N. So this is from the original. Okay, let's see. There's honor system here, I suppose. But just imagine that I made a coding challenge to make Pong. How long do you think it took me to make a very simplistic, basic version of Pong? I seem to remember this one was well over an hour, and I think it got lightly edited down to about. Oh no! Does this have ad breaks in it? One of the things. I tried to turn that off. Anyway, I'll come back to that. I have some issues. I'm kind of like taking ads off many of my videos on YouTube, but I can talk more about my systems for doing that. But this one is 1 hour and 8 minutes to make Pong, and then we can take a look at this Pong Atari version made by Mark N. Let's take a look. Oh, cool. So I guess the Atari version is mostly in the aesthetics. Although it's just sound on, so maybe we're going to get some sounds as well. Let's see. How do I start? Oh, yeah. Can you hear the sounds? Yeah, I think you can. Oh. This is so cool. I don't remember what the key for the other one was. Definitely need to work on like a reinforcement learning algorithm or some kind of just methodology for the computer player. This is so fun. I'm gonna be sorry, everybody. The live stream has to end now because I need to play this Pong all day long afternoon. Great job. I especially love how the scores are made with just like shapes in P5. I would say that you like probably. This seems like maybe the default font that maybe P5 had. Policy gradients should work well, says K. Weekman. And Arnav says, I remember you got stuck with the part where you couldn't get the angle for the ball to bounce off the paddle. Yeah. So first, let me welcome Joshua B. I can't believe how many new members are joining. One of the things I need to do is plug in this Philips Hue light strip that I have, which in theory I can get to blink. Where can I plug this in? I have a lot of power outlets everywhere, but I want one of the things on my list is to get this working again, and it'll blink and do shiny colors when people join. And I've got to give Joshua B his random number. Oh, sorry, their random number, or I don't want to make assumptions about people's pronouns here. 31,771. Thank you very much. All right, so both XP passes along a question from Carl Breckon. Hi, Daniel, big fan. Thank you. I have a big fan right over here. Where's my? I do have drums here as my son plays the drums. I need to have him just like the whole time over there doing like a what's that called when you have the snare? It's the snare at the end of a joke. Bought your book, Nature of Code. Is P5 an extension of processing, or are they a lot different? I'm primarily asking which I should spend my time trying to learn first. That's a great question, and this is like probably one of the most frequently asked questions, and maybe I should do a write-up or video kind of answering that question. I do have some videos that comparing P5 and processing. Let's try Googling it this way. So there's a few of them, and I think there's even another one that's not called this, but I can't remember what it's called. So these are from 3 years ago. Or well over 3 years ago, but they might help you think this question through a little bit more. Rim shot, thank you, yes. But basically what I would say is, so P5 is not an extension of processing. So to give you the short version of this, processing is a project, and I can go to the processing website, which is currently actually being redesigned. Exciting project that's happening, which was created in 2001, invented by Casey Reese and Ben Fry, and it is Java based, and I could run it right here on my computing machine, and I could open up any of my examples and run them, and it's a wonderful platform to use to learn programming, to make a lot of projects with. P5.js is not an extension of processing. The way that I would describe it is a reimagining of processing for the web. And actually one of the original goals of processing and principles behind it was having things shareable on the web. But Java applets were the way to do that in 2001. So now JavaScript and Canvas and just the sort of native JavaScript API for the web itself is the way to do that. So that's what P5. And so there's a lot of compatibility. There's a lot of the same stuff in both of those, but P5 also works in slightly different ways to be more true to today's age as well as the web itself. So I don't think there's a way to pick which one. Certainly the advantage of doing P5JS is, there's some advantages to learning JavaScript and where that's going to take you as a programmer in your journey right now. And also the shareability. If you're doing P5 and you share your project, it's easy for me to click on a link and just run it. Whereas if it's a processing project, I might have to download it or copy paste the code and run it. So there's sort of different situations for different things, and I could go on and on about this. But certainly my intro materials are a little bit more up to date with P5JS. The beginner series I have about processing. look how there's like no look at the amount. I mean, I guess I look kind of the same, but there's just like no gray anywhere. I think these are from like 2012, so close to 10 years ago. Oh no, well it says 2015. That's the thing. I think though a lot of these videos were made years earlier, and I just uploaded them to YouTube in 2015. So but I think this still the quality of these videos is not as high. Or in many ways it might be better because I think I like losing brain cells every year and I'm getting weirder, and maybe these were like more organized in terms of teaching. Last time Dan played with the Hue, both XP writes, last time Dan played with the Hue lights, I ended up acquiring a hub and 5 lights. I got Hue lights. You want to come sponsor me? I'm just in it for the sponsors these days. All right, it's almost 11. I do want to program something today. So let me move to making an organized list of things I want to work on this fall. So I am going to clone this GitHub repo. I have no idea what's working and not working on this computer. Let's update. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's go to the desktop. I don't think I have, and let's grab the oh no, I didn't want to do the website. I want to do rainbow topic. Looks, I really should rebrand and change this GitHub repo to be like train stations or something train theme, but I can't bring myself to change it from being called Rainbow Topics, because at one time this channel was called Coding Rainbow. Wasn't that? How many of you were viewers back in the day of Coding Rainbow? Git clone. Let's go into here and let's open it up. So I'm going to make a markdown file, and I am going to, how do I do this? Make a new file. Let's call this Fall 2020 Coding Train Fall 2020. So here I am my goal for this right now is to kind of make a list and a few different categories. Let's think about the categories. Tutorials. Like I'm gonna call this sequenced tutorials. For NYU curriculum. I'm just gonna let's say course curriculum. I want to do some coding challenges. I would like to do coding in the cabana. Those are really the same, but I don't know. I do have in some ways like a little bit of a reason why some videos I think work in the coding in the cabana context, as well as let's call it side projects. For example, and I actually thought I might try to do this today. I'm very far away from the microphone now. I don't know if you can still hear me. But in this box, I have here in this box. This is shipped from All the Things. Does it have a shirt in it? Do I get a t-shirt in this? Anyway, this is an everyday calendar made by a YouTuber, Simone Giertz. And I would love help with pronouncing her name. I'm a huge fan. I'm excited to open this up, hang this on the wall behind me, and see if I can program. I believe it has an Arduino in it, and I can hook that up or even network it, and I can start to program stuff for it. So that's a side project that I want to just do on Saturday live streams. And maybe even, I kind of wouldn't mind unboxing this today just to sort of see. So we'll put that here. Everyday calendar. I'm gonna mirror. So the thing that I would love to do is get it so that I can wave my hand in front, make it a Danny Rosen style wood mirror. So if you're not familiar with Danny Rosen's work, Danny Rosen makes these. Wow, this is like a very old photo. Makes these physical mirrors. This is a mirror made out. Danny Rosen also teaches at ITP. This is a physical mirror made out of wood blocks that turn and light reflects off of them. So when they're turned up, they're brighter. When they're turned down, there's a light from above. And so I wanted to try to do something like that. You can see all these other examples of work that Danny Rosen has done. So I highly encourage you to check that out. I want to do something like that. Huge flaws in your green screen. I know, right? I guess I could try. I worked on this so much the other day, and it was perfect. I could try making this light brighter. I hesitate to do that. I don't know if that's going to help. Well, that's going to make it worse, I think. I don't know if it made it better or worse. I'm going to just go back to what it was. There's nothing I can do about that today. I will work on fixing my green screen later. If you were going to do a factorial tutorial, when do you think you would do it? Code Fanatic. I believe I have a factorial tutorial. Maybe somebody can find it. I think I might have 2 of them. It's certainly in the Nature of Code book. There's a section in the Nature of Code book about it. Okay. So that's one side project. I want to continue with the hue light interaction. So that's that. All right, let's look at the courses I'm teaching this fall. So one of them is Introduction to Machine Learning for the Arts. And a lot of this would go with this is not this. So a lot of this is already here. So I want to go through this list and see what's missing that I need to make videos on. So I have videos on transfer learning with Teachable Machine. I have image classification. Pre-trained models. Let's go look at ML5JS. ML5JS community stands in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. I'm going to click on this and go to, I want to go to the reference. And let's look at what some models that I have not made any tutorials with BodyPix, UNet, or Face API. So BodyPix, UNet, Face API. I don't think I have a style transfer, although I do have that one with Yining Shi. I do have a guest. Maybe I think maybe I'll skip style transfer. Pix to Pix. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. YOLO, I definitely want to do. Put that. And I think it's actually called, in ML5, it's called Object Detector now. It's a more generic class. DCGAN, CVAE. I'm not so sure. I mean, these would all be good and more. Let's do this. I think probably realistically, this might be where I stop. Like, I feel like, okay, so this is something I definitely want to do this fall. Data collection and model training. So I have a lot on that, but I don't think I have a video tutorial about model training in ML5JS with JSON or CSV data. So that's something that's possible. Convolutional neural networks. CNN in ML5JS tutorial. You can try that. Runway. I need to redo all my runway tutorials. Runway ML. So I'm going to do GPT-2 training and deployment and StyleGAN training and deployment. These are the models I want to do. I think there's also object detection and more. So that's that. Oh yeah, interactive. Interactive image. Yeah, interactive image synthesis. I want to do too. Interactive image synthesis. So these are a list of video tutorials, and so my plan is to record tutorials like this in a recording room that is at NYU. I haven't been to the building yet, but it is open again and I have access to it. So that I'll probably be doing on Fridays. Those won't be live streamed. I'm going to record them. They'll be lightly edited and published, but that is a benefit for members. I usually will do a live stream for Coding Train members, which is just kind of like on in the background as I'm recording. So it's really, in some ways, it's just to like have a little bit of a smaller community and get some feedback as I'm going. So so stay tuned if you're a member. That's if all goes according to plan, that's the main benefit of joining Coding Train members is that. Okay. So this is really I should probably put this under machine learning. And then I'm gonna just do like I'm just gonna call this A to Z. So the other course that I'm teaching this fall is, and it's just about time for my short break, but let's see if I can get through this. Is called and programming from A to Z, and these are NYU University courses. So this is my day job, but it helps me keep organized in terms of what types of content I need to work on that I can then share with the broader Coding Train community. So looking at this, there are what do I need to do? So I have stuff all here. I wanted to do this erasure poetry coding challenge. I don't know if I'll get to that. Regular expressions, I have a set of tutorials. I think I should probably do a host sketch with P5JS tutorial. Node with, I think, I don't know if sorry, with GitHub Pages. I feel like the GitHub Pages tutorials I have are so out of date, and I'm always mentioning to students to do that, so that's something I should add. A live poll app is listed as a side project. That's actually, thank you. Oh yeah, did I already do the CNN videos? I think that's where I like left off. I think I like didn't finish them, but you're right. I don't remember where I got with that, so I'll have to look. So, live poll application overlay. Yes, that's definitely something I want to do. That could be a side project. That could actually be a step-by-step tutorial, but probably better for that to be a side project. Where else am I? Data and APIs. So I have a bunch of data and API tutorials, but what would be, I think, like WordNick Coding Train. This is a really important one. So I do have this WordNick video from 2015. I would love for somebody to, if you want a little side helpful project to help me out, and you want to learn WordNick, go and check out this WordNick tutorial and let me know if it still applies, or if you can't, because that's like an important one. So any new APIs that might be interesting for me to show. Actually, one is that I've been having fun with recently is the Tenor GIF API. So let's do this. GIF API. So if you're not familiar with Tenor, there's Giphy. The reason why I'm going to mention Tenor is just because Tenor is doing a thing where they're creating like official pages for different content creators or YouTubers. So if I search Coding Train on Tenor now, there's all these like GIFs that I didn't make these, but somebody at Google or at Tenor, I'm not sure how that partnership works. There's all these GIFs. So I encourage you to use them. I get a little bit too much pleasure out of seeing myself in GIF form. Honestly, like I don't know why anybody should use these. There's a page that has all of them. I don't know how to get to it. Like official Coding Train Tenor GIF. Official partner. There we go. So this is how you can get to all of the official Coding Train GIFs. Also, if you make any, I can include them here. So that's something that we can discuss in the Discord. Button to the Discord. Where's my Discord button? There it is. Okay. Tenor GIF API. Almost to my... I really got to take a break because I really have to stop at like noon. I wonder if I can make it to 12:30 and not get yelled at. So data and APIs. Okay. So 2020 APIs. So by the way, this is going to get pushed, and I would love suggestions. So you can contribute to this once I put it online. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. This is kind of amusing me. Okay. Where am I here? Okay, so Discord bot tutorial, Twitter bot reboot. So one thing that I actually could use help with, I have a full example working with the new Twitter API, the new way that it works with webhooks and getting events and all of that. It's really exciting. It took me forever to figure that out. So I haven't been doing nothing this time that I've been live streaming. So I've actually been working on figuring all of that out, which would have been a nice thing for me to do in a live stream, but I just was not anywhere where I had any equipment to live stream. But one of the things that I haven't been able to figure out, which I just actually haven't gotten to, is I want to move away from using this node package called Twit, which is fantastic and it works, but the other stuff that I have with the new webhooks, I'm not using it. And so it feels like weird to use both of these. And this, I'm just looking for the GitHub link. The reason why I unfortunately can't use this anymore is it's just very out of date. Hasn't been updated in 2 years. Twitter API is vastly different. A lot of it still works, but I want to just use fetch. Or I guess there's a new thing called Axios. I don't know what that is, but I feel like I see people using Axios now instead of fetch. So maybe I should use Axios instead. That's a whole new set. But I kind of finally made a set of tutorials on fetch last year. So really, do I have to redo it? Anyway, so that is Twitter bot reboot. So this is the new webhook stuff. This is so much to do. And also deprecate Twit npm package. Okay. So I think I'm going to stop there for right now. And there's lots of things that I need to revisit, and I could go back to, let's just go back briefly to this late night repo, if I had that anywhere. I don't know where it is. I'm going to have to pull it up again. Is it this one? Yeah. Some of these I should bring back. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, GPT-2. But I'm already. I guess I can make a note that what I was going to do with the GPT-2 training is. So the idea for this one is mine all coding train captions and train model. I guess I could just say download. Okay. All right. So let's move to here. And let's create a branch. And push that up to the repo. This is exciting. I feel so excited to have this organized list. And, you know, I should model doing a really thoughtful pull request with a lot of explanation, but I'm just going to do this because lack of time right now. And here we go. So this looks good. I don't know why I put a little check mark here for this one and not any of the others. I have been using Notion as a sponsor of the coding train. I have been using Notion to keep a lot of things organized, and it's possible it might make sense to use Notion as an idea tracking and suggestion system. But I guess I'm going to keep this for right now. I'm going to merge this in. And I would encourage you, those of you watching right now, to contribute to this. So if you have useful references, if you have a way of thinking about how you might want to organize this differently, if you want to like add all the checkboxes that I forgot to add, you could file an issue or pull requests, and I will try to keep an eye, and Violet, I see is watching, can be a point person for this as well, to keep an eye on helping keep this list organized. And probably next Friday is when I'm going to start. So I don't know what I'm going to do, like start going through this list, bouncing back and forth between machine learning and A to Z. And then the side projects will be on the weekends when I do live streams, hopefully Saturday mornings. So Fridays and Saturdays are my coding train days for this fall. Axios is a version of node fetch, not fetch. It has many features. Much more than that. Is also not new anymore. It's new to me. All right. Hello, Amy. New member, Amy. Welcome. I have been live since 10 a.m. And let's... No, wrong. I'm going to take a break in a minute, but before I take a break, I want to thank the sponsor of today's coding trip. Brilliant. And because I'm very tired all of a sudden, and I'm starting to feel like I can't think straight, see straight, think clearly, I'm going to add a little coffee to my mug. This is my Technivorm Mocha Master. I think this is this Dutch maybe? I don't know. Scandinavian? I'm not sure. Somebody will tell me. Wow, I've lost so many viewers. You know what should go on the side project is the Rubik's Cube stuff. Tetra. Well, that could be a coding challenge. So, what could possibly be better than a mug that has mathematical formulas on it? Come on, focus. Right? What could possibly be better than that? Well, I have something to tell you that could be better, and it is brilliant. It's not only brilliant, it is brilliant. So, oops, I pressed the wrong button. Do you want to learn something new? Brilliant is the place to do it. Brilliant is a website and app that makes learning accessible and fun. Their approach is based on problem solving and active learning. It's about seeing concepts visually and interacting with them and then
answering questions that get you to think. Their courses are laid out like a story and broken down into pieces so that you can tackle them a little bit at a time. There are no tests, no grades, just pick a course based on what you're interested in and get started. If you make a mistake, no big deal. Check out the explanations to find out more. You can learn on your own pace. There's something for everybody. Basics of algebra, learn programming, and learn about cutting edge topics like neural networks. So that's what I what I captured for you off of the website that I wanted to show you is I have a whole set of video tutorials on neural networks, and a wonderful companion piece to that is the brilliant course neural networks that you can. And what I love about it is it's different than watching a video. That's just stuff that you can interact with and play with. So one of the things that's really exciting to me that I just learned recently is that Brilliant has a new course. And the new course is about infinity. So reckoning with infinity is a major, it's a big topic to tackle in your brain, hard to do. And so the course starts with basic counting, and if you go through it, you'll work your way up to many different types of infinity, culminating in the profundity of Cantor's theorem. Explore the stunning beauty of fractals, tessellations in hyperbolic space, so many things. So one of the things that I particularly love about Brilliant is that I really use it as a mechanism for coming up with ideas for things that I want to try to program in P5.js. Let me just go to the website really briefly. I'm generally trying these daily challenges. I hear footsteps. Children, you should be on brilliant.org learning some math and science right now. What? I'll tell you more about it later. But I want to just check out the new Infinity course, just like briefly together. Let's see if I can find it here. So just to be clear, you can sign up for free and do the daily challenges, and there's a lot of free stuff, and there's an app as well. But if you go to brilliant.org/codingtrain, you can get a 20% off discount, the first 200 people who use that link at least, for the premium subscription, which unlocks everything, all of the courses and everything. So let's see. Let's continue course. I just clicked on it this morning, but I didn't go very far. So you can see here. Let's go through a little bit of it together, just for a couple minutes, and then I'll give you some time if you want to check it out yourself, and I'll take a short break. Let me move the banner out of the way. Okay. So in this course, you'll learn what infinity is, how it's used in mathematics, and why it's indispensable everywhere from the fundamentals of Euclidean geometry and algebra. Okay. All right. Which of these is infinite? The number of fish in the sea? No, right? That's a discrete amount. I mean, I don't know what it is. We could go through an exercise and try to estimate. The number of positive integers? Yes. The number of grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth? No, that's also, we could estimate that. The number of possible combinations that a standard circular combination lock can have. That is not infinite. That's a very large number. So let's see if I get this right. Correct! Oh. That's good. I got that one right. Okay. The major distinction between finite and infinite is a bit more slippery than just saying there are infinitely many whole numbers, because you could count them forever. Please don't try this proof technique at home. We don't have forever to spend counting. Oh, I take that as a personal challenge. Next live stream, counting all of the infinite number of whole numbers. If you're asked to prove that there are infinitely many whole numbers, I was hoping I would get to the thing that's in the video here. In the video here, I wanted to do this one. There's about infinite areas and things. Maybe this will pop up here, because I thought I'm in quiz 1, but we'll see. Not even an entire life spent counting counts as proof. However, here's a logical argument that takes only a few minutes to say. If there were finitely many whole numbers, there would be a largest whole number. There is no largest whole number because for any positive whole number x, what is also a whole number and is larger than x? X plus 1. Oh, all of the above. I was going to say I would use... Oh, my God. I'm not in the right place. I would use x plus 1, but I suppose all of the above is true. So I'm going to do that. Correct. All right. I'm going to get one wrong soon enough. I have not done this before. I have not. I have sometimes I'll do the brilliant thing, and I like looked at it earlier. I have not looked at this at all. So, the continuity of lines in geometry and calculus motivates another flavor of infinity. On a line or line segment, any 2 points that have any non-zero distance between them have infinitely many points between them. Yes. For example, there's always a point halfway between any 2 points. As we'll discuss later in this course, this also corresponds to the fact that there was always a decimal value that's exactly halfway between any pair of different decimal values. Okay. If the two positions x and z are on the line above are at a distance of 0.101 apart, if y is exactly halfway, what is the distance between x and y? Oh, this requires me to do some like hard math. X and z are 0.101. Y is half. So wouldn't it just be half of 101, which is 0.0505, right? I think it's this one. Whew. Okay, you got that right. I was like afraid that I was like, is this a trick question? There must be something going on here. Geometry has a lot of inherent infinities that are built into the nature of common geometric objects. Even empty geometric space is an infinitive of sorts. Like, for example, there's an infinite number of points inside of a circle, but it depends how you measure those points, I suppose. Oh, I said some weird stuff there that didn't necessarily make sense. Edit that part out. But there's, I'm live? Okay, sorry. Even empty geometric space. Okay, which of these is a finite quantity? The length of the line y equals mx plus b on the coordinate plane. No, that's not finite if the line goes through the infinity of two-dimensional space. The area of a circle with a radius 1. This is finite. The number of different Cartesian coordinates in 3D space. That is infinite. And so I'm going to hit submit. Correct! Oh, it makes me feel so good. Okay. Oh my goodness. The perimeter of this regular polygon increases every time the number of sides n increases. Therefore, eventually the length of the polygon's perimeter will be larger than the circumference of the gray circle surrounding it. No. It will be this. It approaches the circumference of the circle. So there is a way to create an infinitely long curve. The Koch curve, I believe, K-O-C-H. I think that's probably going to come up here. That's one. I think I have a coding challenge that goes through the Koch fractal snowflake and fractal recursion with an array list of objects. But this should be false. Okay, got that one right. I do have a buzzer sound effect, by the way, for when I get it wrong. But that hasn't happened yet. All right, we're about to do the Koch snowflake here. Okay. In the animation above, pink dots are marks. So I'm going to speed through this because I'm very familiar with this particular fractal pattern, and I encourage you to check out my video on it or come back to this. If we suppose the initial triangle is the area of one square unit, is the following claim true or false? Now, how many times the steps described above are carried out? The total area of the snowflake will never exceed 2 square units. Oh boy. I don't believe the area is infinite. The length of the curve is infinite, but I believe the area would be approaches a finite number. The question is, I don't know what that number would be or how to calculate it, and I definitely don't have the time to work that out right now. So I'm going to just use my intuition. Yeah, I guess I'm not saying it right. Everybody is like making fun of the way that I said. I like to say Koch curve. That's how I always have said it, but I believe that's the completely incorrect pronunciation. Okay. The total area will never exceed 2 square units. How much was the single triangle? So we could actually figure this out because, hold on. let's do a little bit of work figuring this out. This is 1 square unit. So this is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 1/9. So when we do it once, we're saying 1 plus 1/3, because there's 3 of those. So we go from 1 to 1 plus 1/3, which is 4/3. Then we were going to say 4/3 plus 1/3 of 4/3. Is that 4/9? There's a formula for this, right? Because if this whole thing, oh no. No, the new area we're adding is 1/3 of 1/9, which is 1/27th. But then we get 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Oh, do I do it everywhere? Yeah. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I'm so confused. It's got to be like something to the n power. Did anybody solve this for me in the chat? It could just... I'm going to say that intuition-wise, if this is like 4/3 and then we're adding a little... I don't think we're going to get above 2. So like just by without working out the exact amount here, 1/9 of 1/9. Yeah. 1/9 of 1/9. I'm sorry, this is 1/9 of 1/9. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we're going to get above 2. So what was the question again? Never exceed 2 units. True. Correct. Thank you. There's an exact way to calculate it. 12, not 13. Thank you, Chris. In this quiz, you saw some examples of infinity and algebra geometry and a quick proof that are infinitely many numbers. We were comparing. In the next quiz, we'll get to the essence of infinity. We need to find a way to measure and compare different infinities to each other. For example, is there any sense where the numbers of integers is larger than the number of positive integers, or are they in reality the same infinity? I have done 8%. I love this quiz! And I'm going to continue. And this is the one that I wanted to do. So this visualizing infinity one. That's the one that I was hoping to do. Maybe I'll just do it on my own later. But each iteration, the area is multiplied by 4/3. No, wait, I'm wrong. These are fun problems to work out and fun problems to make interactive sketches to try to explain. But so I'm going to take a break now. If you are interested in Brilliant and you want another way that you can support the Coding Train channel is to go and sign up, even for a free account, just to brilliant.org/codingtrain. And certainly if you use that URL and you choose to either purchase a premium subscription for yourself or gift one to somebody else, you will get 20% off discount through that URL. So thanks. I'm going to take only have like a half an hour left, unless I can squeeze in a little extra time before my kids kick me out of the attic. This is their playroom. That I'll come back and maybe I'll try to just code up a little something. We'll get started. Maybe I'll unbox this everyday calendar. I don't know. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll be back in about less than 5 minutes, okay? All right, I am coming back in just about 20 seconds. I think I want to work on the live poll thing. That's what I was sort of thinking. So first of all, Simon reminded me, and I guess I closed this out already, that if you go to the Unbrilliant, if you go to the show explanation, I would have seen an explanation of the formula and how to calculate the area of the a snowflake fractal. That's what I'm just going to call it from now, the snowflake fractal. So I encourage you to go out and check that. So so I have about a half an hour. I mean, I'll keep going as long as no one kicks me out. But I did promise my children. It is Saturday. I think I'd worked out a way that I can stream every Saturday, and it's not too big of an imposition on family, as long for the time being at least. But I do need to do stuff with my kids the rest of the weekend. My daughter just learned to ride a bike, which was like a super fun and thrilling, exciting thing to happen. I definitely want to take her for a bike ride today. I also got to do some work preparing for my classes on Monday, but so hopefully this system's going to work. Fridays, recording sessions at NYU for sequence tutorials. Saturdays, live streams with messing around and working on these side projects. So I think I would like to start. I think I want to start one of these two side projects, which I won't get too far. Simon has suggested to use a straw poll. This is why I should do the poll application, because that way I want to run a poll and I want to see the live results as an overlay. So I guess I could do a poll. But I could also just unbox the everyday calendar and try to like plug it in. And so let's see what people think. Simon's telling me to do a straw poll. I always try. There's two straw poll sites, one strawpoll.com and one strawpoll.me. I think I need to do a poll to determine which straw poll site I should use. I could also just work on solving a Rubik's Cube. All right, let's go for it. Let's do the straw poll. I don't know which one. Somebody tell me which one to use. I'd love to see some coding. I think I should try to work on the live poll app, because as much as it'll be interesting to unbox the everyday calendar, I don't know how exciting that would be for people to watch. And I could just do that on my own time and mount it over here and then actually do a live stream where I'm coding it as opposed to unboxing a Rubik's Cube. Joshua B says today is a great day for a bike ride. Indeed. Agreed. All right. Let's get started with a coding train. Strawpoll.me is more, but all right, we'll try I'll waste a little more time by doing a poll. Start poll overlay project, and then unbox everyday calendar. 20 minutes of coding train, probably. I don't know. Sure, improve. I don't know. Create poll. Okay. Here's the poll, everybody. Somebody put this into the chat. Live poll hosted on GitHub Pages. Yeah. I'm curious to say, I'm not necessarily. I have a reputation for doing the opposite of whatever people vote on. But I would love to just get a sense. Has anybody posted it yet in the chat? You guys are like at least 30 seconds behind me. And I did it on, I guess I could post it, be the one to post it. Try to avoid showing your address. Did I show my address already? I meant to avoid that. Did that happen when I was looking at the box? I probably should have not said that. Okay, strawpoll.me. Okay, hold on. That didn't show up as a link for some reason, Solar Liner. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to vote for this. And here are the results so far. Does this live update? Oh, it does. Well, this is fun. You know what's sort of silly is I don't necessarily need to make my own one of these as an overlay, because I could just... I like to have my own. I don't know. This is pretty clear, I think. I'm going to let it get to 100. Well, I guess even if it got to 100, even if all 15 were for the unboxing, it wouldn't make it. All right, let's get started here, everybody. So let's get started with this project. Let's first create a repo. Let's call this a live poll. And let's do this, add a README file, and create the repo. Generally these days I prefer to use, just the term main as my main branch. So I'm just going to quickly change that here as the default branch. And I'm going to go back here to branches and delete this branch. Okay, so now let's clone this repo. And whoops. Okay. So there's okay. So let's see. So what I'm going to start with, and so a couple things I should mention. I'm embarking on a little side project adventure here where I'm making an actual web application. I am not exactly the person that you should model your own web development practice off of. I sort of just tinker, whip up projects, take shortcuts, don't necessarily pay the most attention to certain security things. So I'll try to address those kind of questions and concerns as I go. But there's certainly, I'm always referring to the Coding Garden, but there's a lot of other channels that really do much deeper dives into frameworks and different sort of systems for more robust web application development. But just to try to teach the basics of getting this going here, I know that this is going to need to be a Node application. It needs to be a Node application because I need to have some server that's keeping track of everybody's votes. So if I were just, and potentially I could make use of like a serverless something or some type of other like database as a service thing. But I'm going to write my own Node code. So I know that I want to start with npm init. npm init. First of all, if you're following along here, and I'm jumping into the middle of a project, assuming a lot of like existing knowledge of JavaScript, but if you want to just try to follow along, the things you're going to want to make sure you have are downloaded Node onto your computer, so that you can type in Node, and you want to have some shell access to your machine, whether you're on Windows or Mac or Linux. And I suppose if you're looking for a bit more on this, this is my 2018 workflow series, which is largely unchanged. We're using Visual Studio Code, some shell access, Git, and Node. So you can use that. Don't use integers for IDs. Use npm init-y. I don't know what the -y does. Simon is suggesting that I use -y. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. WebRTC for browser-to-browser communication or potentially WebSockets. Yeah, there might be there might be an aspect of this that's meaningful to use WebSockets. So, okay, so here we go. I don't know what -y does. What did -y do? Just filled out all that stuff without asking me the questions? Okay. I don't know what -y did. Oh, and maybe I should update my NPM. And I'll just run that real quickly. Ah! Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Did I not fix this thing? Oh, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. So one thing I really like to do... So one of the reasons why I'm getting tripped up here is that I use a separate login to this laptop to live stream. So this is the main laptop I use for work. You can sort of, I can lift it up here. You can see it with all my stickers. And if you're a Coding Train member, you will get some of these stickers in the mail much more quickly than anybody ever has in the past, because I got a system for that now. So I haven't actually spent the time to configure a lot of settings on this particular login. So I'm going to fix this now. This is the time to do all this stuff that it takes time. Just sort of like, this is in many ways what people are here for, in terms of like watching somebody code and talk about it. But also this is like the boring stuff. So npm permissions, you can find, I know there's a page, if I Google this is exactly what I'm looking for. So basically Node will install and configure modules. Actually, I don't know why that happened, but I want to make sure. This is weird. That might have been a different error message. This is interesting. Autofills the answers with defaults is what -y does. Anyway, one of the things you can do with Node is install global packages, meaning essentially things that you can just install into your computer that run via Node, that are utilities and tools that you can run from the command line. And I always like to make sure those are in a folder that has the right permissions and that has access to by that's not globally across all users logged into a machine. But so that's what this is doing here. So I actually want to make sure I do this. I'm going to make a directory that is tilde is just my home directory, which is you can see user/coding train. That's what tilde is. So I want to make sure I make that global directory. I want to set the prefix for global packages to that. I don't know why. Again, I'm still not sure why. And then I've got to add that to my path. Things go there, as well as so I am using as my shell or bash. No, I'm not using bash. So the configuration information is in a file called .zshrc, because I am using something called zsh, which is the Z shell. It is designed for interactive use, powerful scripting language, blah, 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 blah. I addressed this a little bit in a video. And so I think if I say source that's me following these instructions instead of .profile. And I'm getting this error. Crap. I know how to fix this error. I don't know how far into the weeds I want to get with this. But let's see if that at least did this. Yeah, so that works now. That was weird. Was that? Okay. So I should be updated now. And if I look at this, I've got my package.json. So all I've got so far, boy, this side project is going to take a while. But all I've got so far is all I've got so far is just the package.json. So I want to run a web server. So I'm going to make a new file. I will call it index.js. I'm going to just pull from my working with data and APIs examples, which has some boilerplate stuff in it. Intro to data, APIs, and JS. Maybe module 2, I made a web app that was the data selfie app. So I think this will have kind of the boilerplate stuff that I want. So I'm gonna grab this. I know I might want a database, but I'm actually not going to worry about that right now. And just make sure I have an app that listens and that it serves some static files. So because I'm using Express, which is a very lightweight framework for creating web servers, I need to npm install. I think you can just say npm I for short, Express. So that's not installing a global package, but a local package, which now is part of my project here under dependencies. Simon is suggesting I change this to MIT. That sounds fine with me. And is this the place where I would do something like if I wanted to say npm start and have it do like node index.js? Is that how I do that? So if I want to say npm start, or does it already know to do that because main is up here as index.js? I don't know. npm start, right? So I'm running npm start. Now the server's listening at 3000, port 3000. So if I were to create now a directory called public and put in it a file called index.html and just say, how do you do that? Isn't there a thing? There's a thing in Visual Studio Code where I type a set of commands and it just like spits it out. Spits out like boilerplate HTML. Does anybody know how to do that? I'll just write hello world. Exclamation point tab. Exclamation tab. There we go. Thank you. CJ for the win here. So we're going to call this live coding train poll. And I should think eventually, this is definitely a, if I go to the live poll app, issues, train themed with hearts and rainbows. Everything should be train themed with hearts and rainbows. So this is a help wanted. This is a way you can contribute by helping me with the language and designs of this poll application. So let's see now if I go to localhost 3000. We can see here, you know, we've set up this web application. So I'm getting somewhere with this project. Okay, I'm getting something with coding Trainbow, yes. I'm getting somewhere with this project. Awesome. So I think I will include P5 because while all of this could be done with native JavaScript and DOM, I think I'll use a canvas to in real time draw the equivalent of people's voting. So I want to make sure that I include the P5 library. And a quick little cheat that I have here is I can get the CDN, and I might even want to have sound, but I'm just going to use the P5 library here by adding this script tag to here. Where did that go? Just under head, I can add a script tag. Does it go where? Like here, it's. I mean, I don't know that it matters, but here it's first above like the meta stuff. So I don't know. It feels like wrong. Like I feel like it should be here or below the title. I don't actually know. Where should it be? Is there a correct answer to this question? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And I'm also then going to create a new file. I'll call it sketch.js for P5. What was I looking for? Let's go back to here and just grab this. I mean, I could have figured out how to type that, but we're going to put this at the bottom of the body, sketch.js. And so now if I go here and create function setup, function draw, and I'm going to say create canvas 400 by 300. I'm going to use clear because I want it to be. Why is all of my auto format, everything? So much I have to configure on this. I'm going to need to do that on a live stream. Just like set up my dev environment. Oh no! It's like I have all this set up on my main login to the computer now because I use it all the time. Two. Okay. I want to show. I'll deal with this later. Where are my Kleenex? I bought Kleenex with me. Anyway. Clear. Let's draw a rectangle. I gotta change the autocomplete stuff. 10 width. I'm gonna do it at 10, 10 with some width, and 20. So I just want to do something very silly right now, which is map the sine of an angle which goes between -1 and 1 to between 0 and 300, and let's say fill 255, 0, 100. I just want to see a rectangle growing and shrinking. Oh, and then let's have the angle increase by some amount. Okay, so, I'm not doing this in the P5 web editor. I need to host this. I wanted to experiment with ngrok, because that's something that I need in the Rainbow Topics. I only have 5 minutes left, but I'm going to go until I get kicked out. Fall 2020. So here, so Twitter, so to run a Twitter bot, when I go and finally do that new sequence tutorials, you need to run a web server that has a publicly accessible URL. So one way to do that is with Glitch. That's how I, in my experiments this summer, Glitch is an online web editor that I like to use. It has lots of wonderful features that you can run Node. For me to be able to get that to work, though, I had to purchase a premium account, because otherwise the Glitch apps, if you don't have a premium account, go to sleep. And if I have a Twitter bot, this is running in the background, I need for it not to go to sleep. But I believe a way that I can very quickly spin up a publicly accessible URL for a webhook just from like any computer anywhere on the internet is with something called ngrok. Is that true? I have never used ngrok, and I believe there's some Node packages that use it very easily. So that's kind of one thing I want to do. The reason why I might use it now is because I want to open it as a browser. I want to see it as an overlay on the live stream. So is that something that I could make happen really quickly without like causing a major security issue? I'm looking to the chat. I prefer it below the title as well. Some HTML parsers like to see the meta tags at the top. Oh, with ngrok you were limited to 40 connections per minute. So a WebSocket connection could be quickly saturated with all the live stream viewers. All right, so here's a question I have. What is a way that I can deploy one thing I haven't figured out is, so whenever I've worked on something and I deploy it to Glitch, I just copy paste it basically. But from what I understand, Glitch does have behind the scenes, it can be a Git remote. So could I push this to Glitch? Is there a way that I could just add like, so git remote -v, like right now the live poll app is just on locally on this computer. The code is pushed to GitHub, but on GitHub I can't run. I can't run a Node server on GitHub. It's just for hosting the repo. Yes, that will work. You could also link to a GitHub repo. So I've done that, but I feel like when I link to it, there's not a quick way to just like update the code. So So Simon, yes, I could use Heroku, but I don't want to right now. I could also use Netlify is like a thing that apparently I can connect VS Code and Glitch via an extension. This could go to sleep now. I don't care about this being premium. It could definitely go to sleep. I would like to figure out the connecting to Glitch. So let me log into Glitch. I think I can do this without exposing any private information. Sign in. So I believe my pro account is through my Google account, not my NYU one, which I would be disturbed by putting publicly here, but it's easy to find my NYU address anywhere on the internet. It's over for me with email. So all my email addresses are everywhere on the internet. I get okay, great. Okay, great. Hold on, I'm just texting back my family to let them know status. There's some frittata action happening downstairs. I definitely want to get in on that if I can. So it's this. So now I need to enter my password, which I'm going to have to. I'm just going to switch to the camera here. I'm being invited to a raid. You can guess what that means. Those of you who have watched the Coding Train enough. Yeah. All right, hold on. Daniel. By the way, if you've emailed me at daniel@thecodingdrain.com recently, I haven't checked that email address in a very long time. So apologies. The best way to interact with the community and me is through the Discord. Okay, I've got to do my two-step verification. Come on. Yes, it's me. And here I am. So I think I'm going to now go back here. So this is my Glitch account. It's the one that I have a boosted account. You can see this Renat bot thing. If you want to explore that world, that's my Twitter bot that I've been working on. That I've figured out everything through this webhook thing. So what I want to figure out is how can I? This is the thing I need to figure out. How can I add a Glitch project as a remote and push from here to Glitch? Do I need to create a new project first? Somebody said there's an extension, Glitch and VS Code extension. Announcing Glitch for Visual Studio Code. You can now you have access to full power of Glitch within VS Code. All key features supported, rewind, console, logs. I don't know that this is what I want. I really want to develop locally and then just push to Glitch. Not okay. I'm looking at the chat. Nobody seems to know. So how do I unlock? Maybe I should just make a new project and then make it a remote. Wouldn't that work? I haven't done so much coding that I couldn't restart it anyway. Let's try. Is there no blank one? Import. So there's import from GitHub. That's what I want to do, but I don't think that links it. Maybe we should start that way. All right, so let's let me make I need to make a git ignore file. And that should have in node modules. What else should that have? Oh, that was put in the wrong place. How do I get it back out here? Yes, move it. So node modules. I also like to put ds store because those files show up always. New project import from GitHub. Yeah, I don't think it links it in the way that I want, but maybe there's going to be a way that I can do that. At least it'll be synced to start. So now boilerplate P5 and Express. So I'm going to do something ill-advisable, which is just push directly to the main branch. Don't do that. Don't try this at home. So let's see. Yeah, everyone's saying it's not going to link it, but I think I'm going to be able to do it. What's the worst thing that can happen? New project, import from GitHub. Oh, look at this. Okay, so notice that even though I'm sure I have this URL open already in a tab, I just open a new tab. All right, until someone tells me to stop doing this. Oh, whoops. I'm going to look. This would work. Unofficial add-on. Glitch project sync. Okay, let's look at that. Hold on. Glitch project sync VS Code. That's a VS Code. Oh no. Glitch project sync GitHub Marketplace. This uses the Glitch API to export your GitHub repo to your Glitch project. A public GitHub existing Glitch project. Oh boy. I don't mind this. So this must use like GitHub Actions or something. But look, your project's Git URL. This is a glitch thing. So I think I can just add this as a remote. So I'm going to do this. Everybody, I think I have an idea for the way I want to do this. I'm going to import this project. I think this is going to work. Okay. All right. So now where is that? So first I want to change, right. Somewhere here, I'm going to make this like coding train live poll. Okay. Now somewhere here, I should be able to find the GitHub, the Git remote URL, right? Oh, Hadar is asking about QX5JS. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I should definitely love to talk about that. No? Okay. Where was that? Glitch, GitHub, Git remote. Oh, look at this. Support. Oh, it's a Git repository. So yeah, I need to find the project URL on Glitch. I feel like it should show here. Boost this app, editor settings. Why am I not seeing where this is? Keep like on that page I was just looking at. Import and export. Okay. Import and export. Where's the import and export? I know. Tools at the bottom. Got it. All right. So this should, oh, connect. Interesting. Download problem. Let's try this. So let's just, for a second, see what this is. Yeah. So why can't I just... Oh, but to be able to push to it, I probably have to have, like, authenticate somehow. Like, I can't just do git remote add. First of all, I can't show people this, otherwise you'll be able to... If this were possible, you'd be able to, like, just hack it. Git remote add glitch. This. So I'm like throwing caution to the wind here. Like, so could I do... I mean, this shouldn't work. If this works, it's a security issue. Test commit. Git push glitch main. That worked. Oh, it made a new branch though. I guess that was weird. That was weird. Okay, hold on. What is... It must be called master, I guess. Boy, everybody... No. What is the branch name? Oh, can I do git fetch? That fetched everything, right? Okay. Glitch / master. New branch. Let me put something more obvious into the code. Is this the thing? Oh. New branch. I don't understand. Huh. I'm looking at the chat. Old branch name instead of main, yeah. I guess maybe I should use the... maybe I should use the... Oh, hold on. I know what to do here. Let's go into the glitch terminal. Now this is very... Okay. Okay, untracked file, on branch master. There's no... How do I... Main import master. So it's called master, but it didn't let me push. Does not match any. Why not use Heroku? I could use Heroku. I want to learn how to get this to work with glitch. I mean, I could go back to this other thing. I probably should go back to this, wherever that was, this. This is unofficial. You will just need to merge on the glitch terminal now. Oh! So that's a way I could do it. It's it's an extra step. But CJ is exactly right. Git merge main. Oh no, I'm in the wrong place. So confusing. Sorry that this is so tiny and that my microphone is blocking it. Conflict. That's fine. Are you kidding me? Automatic merge. Okay. Both added. Yeah, I know. But how do I... This also, it's like not updating. Like, what if I refresh the page? It's like not updating what I'm seeing here. By the way, there's settings here. Oh, I can make this much bigger for people to see. That's good. That's maybe too much. Whoops. So it'd probably make more sense for me to use... First of all, I could just do this on Glitch. I guess I thought this would be easier. Both add a git add file. I don't know. It doesn't like update. Let's see. I know. Do I need to refresh the page now? Like, can I like... Can I look at what's in the file? Oh yeah, look! Like, look what's here. Why does it not match? Is this like a different branch? So weird. I don't understand how Glitch works. Whoops. So I'm like fixing it by using Nano, my text editor of choice. No. Why does it not show up? Just do it on Glitch for now, maybe. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to explore this later. This is like, I'm totally lost here. Thank you for those of you who have joined up here, Anonymous and Prasad Brew. But one thing that I can do now, at least, is I can refresh app on changes. I can view the project. Where do I do that? Show in a new window. So, okay. So what I can do at least is I'm now going over to Open Broadcast Studio. And I'm creating a new browser. And I'm going to do this like live poll, and I'm going to put in coding-train-live-poll.glitch.me, and let's put that in. Okay, so now I can close this. I've successfully created my poll overlay, right? That like if and when I do an actual poll, it could show up here on the page. Right, so you can see here, like, this is if I move, I don't know why processing is open here. So I have my overlay right here. Wonderful. So this is where I'm going with this. And the reason why I want to use glitch is so I can have a public URL that I can just load as an overlay. But I prefer, while I'm sort of working it out, to like code locally. So maybe what I need to do is, and what make more sense, and also have this as a GitHub repo. Maybe what I need to do is use that like Visual Studio Code extension. I don't know. There's got to be a way to do this. So I'm surprised that I haven't been kicked out yet. It's 12:20. I should probably finish up this live stream. Maybe I'll look at one more community contribution. I thought of something else to add to my list of side projects, actually, that I'm really excited about. It's this. Vinyl cutter and plotter. Was I editing this? Oh, maybe I never hit space. Oh, I'm doing something bad here. Doing something bad. I'm doing it anyway. Side projects is vinyl cutter for cutting and plotter. I'm going to show you what I have. The VS Code extension allows you to edit a glitch project inside of VS Code and syncs the code. So that's what I should do. I'll explore that. Right. I could also, like, ultimately, I can just, like, work on the whole thing, and when I'm done, upload it to Glitch. I was just curious if I could, you know, while I'm iterating, like, just quickly sync it. And I think probably the way to do that is this VS Code extension. But I want to just quickly grab something. Walking around the attic here. I recently made a purchase. Coming back here. Sitting in the chair. Let's turn the camera back on. This is, and it's not in the box. That's why it's very light. It's unpacked. But this is a Cameo Silhouette, Cameo 4. It is a vinyl cutter and plotter. You can see like things that you can make with it here. So you can make stickers and all sorts of things. I don't really know anything about this, but I feel like I want to start making fun physical things for the coding train. So this is also, I'll definitely spend one of the Saturday live streams hooking this up and trying to do stuff on it. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Yeah. And maybe I can use my overhead camera to like show that. Let me push down the green screen for a second before I go. You can see the white wall behind me. I think I should probably turn off the chroma keying if I'm going to do that very quickly. Not a huge difference. So this is where I am without the green screen behind me. And while I have not been interrupted yet, though I definitely, let's see if I have any text messages. I am going to, do I have scissors up here? You should see what's in this attic. Piles and piles of arts and crafts supplies. And yet, just looking for a scissors, I'm not sure where I'd find one. Oh, I also need to take Gloria for a walk. I'm just going to open the box, and then I'm going to go. But I can't find it. I don't know if I can open the box unless I can find a knife or a scissors. This is not something the chat can help me with. There's some knitting supplies, yarns, some dolls, post-it notes, some pictures of cats, what is this? Oh, an emergency preparedness kit. That's good. A box full of stuff. A Lego set. A tiara. Broken Rubik's Cube. Can you even hear me over there? There's a cute elephant stuffed animal. Nowhere. There's got to be a scissors somewhere. So much stuff up here. Legos, sketchbook. Oh, here's a tool. Toolbox. We're gonna have something in here to open the box. Level. Here we go. This'll do. Found something. So, I'm gonna take a look. I'll probably hook this up later. Don't try this at home. Hopefully I'm not gonna hurt myself here. I'm gonna open this box. The camera image is cropped, yeah, to where the green screen is. I could widen it now, but I don't want to mess up too much stuff. If you're just tuning in, I'm basically done. I just like want to, while I haven't been interrupted yet, I'm opening my everyday calendar box. Here's the everyday calendar, which I ordered from Kickstarter from a YouTuber, Simone Giertz. There's also a t-shirt. Cool. Maybe I'll wear this later today or wash it first. I don't know. All right, so that's this box. Now, wow, he did such a good job with this poster. See, I want to decorate this wall, but and then like sometimes use the green screen and sometimes not. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, you know one of my favorite things in life? One of my absolute favorite things in life is peeling off. Oh my god, it's so nice. Oh, I'm going to leave it on though. I'm going to do quietly on my own later. No, but also just protecting it. So I want to leave it on right now to continue to protect it. Look at this. Look at, see? Plug and USB. So I should be able to program this myself through this connection. I also should be able to hook it up to the web. My goal is to think of this as a grid of pixels and be able to like move my hand in front of it and interact with it. Now, what it's meant for is you want to like if I want to do something every day, like every day I want to meditate. So I'm just going to use it as a calendar, but I think there's a lot of other ways it can be used. And so, here's the plug, a pin. There's a pin. This is very cute, this pin. You can see if it'll focus. Come on, camera. Autofocus. Magic autofocus. Yeah. See that pin. Plug. Adapters for different like European thingies. That's very thoughtful. And more adapters. Ah! Let's see if we can plug this in. How do I mount it on the wall? It has like these. So I just, any kind of like, I guess I need something that I can put in the like picture because I think it would look nice here. I mean, I don't know if this is a little bit much to just have this always behind me. I mean, usually I'll use the green screen, so, but maybe I'll put it off to the side. But I think for right now, I would like for you to be able to see it. Is there a way that I could prop it up? Or I have an idea. You will bear with me for a second. I'm going to move my move some stuff around. I'll just do this for right now, and if I do this, you can see here. Here it is. So if I want to plug it in, and I think it's just an Arduino in there. That's what I read. The poster is a guide. Okay, I should look at that. Okay. Oh, what's funny is what it says is I made the everyday calendar because I wanted to make sure I meditated every day. And that's the example that I gave. That's probably where I read it. Use this as a template if you need help hanging your calendar. I know keyholes can be a pain to mark out. Oh, that's so cool. What a smart boy. She really thought of everything here. All right, I just want to plug it in before I go. And I'm going to have to research how to program it. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is not a very long cord. I hesitate to move this. It's very slowly. I do have a plug here, so it's going to reach. It's very, very close. I need to unplug something else. Wait, I don't understand. Oh, I have to put the right. This is so clever. I have to put the right adapter on it, which is so like this is the plug, and then there's a bunch of these adapters. This is the US one. So I think I can show you here. I'm just going to, I want to do more physical stuff here at home. And then I'm going to unplug this light, which is a different light, plug it in, and it's on, it's plugged in. Do I have to turn it on? Oh, it's lighting up! Oh, wow, it lit up! Uh-oh, I'm getting text messages. Uh-oh, the frittata was eaten. I missed the frittata, everybody. The message says, "There's a little left for you, but we ate it. I'm sorry." It's okay. So now I guess I can, like, isn't it touch or something that these go on and off when you touch them? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're not seeing. So, like, for example, right here, press it. Can I press it off? Or what do these do? Nighttime? I guess I need to take off this. All right, everybody. I didn't want to do it, but it had to be done. Because I have a feeling. Cool. So what do these do at the bottom? Do these do something? Is there like some switches? So I want to connect this by USB. Maybe there's some like software I can run. Or I can write my own software for it. But anyway, this is definitely a project I want to do. More info here. Oh, I guess. Yeah. So there's a USB port. Sorry, I'm seeing where I am in the past here. All right, I think I've got to go. It's 12:35. Got to move on with my day. The kids did not interrupt me, which is kind of amazing. The poster will guide you. I appreciate everyone saying this is a guide, but the poster doesn't have a lot of information on it. It's a wonderful, beautiful poster, and it fits right on top, and it has. You know, hold January 1st for 45 seconds to reset your calendar. How long is 45 seconds? Anyway, I think I might sort of try to work on this next Saturday. So I think I'll do some research into it. I don't think I got to 45 seconds. And try to hang it on the wall. There's a nice spot for it right over there, actually. Then I can put a camera on it. Let's see if I can show you the spot that I'm thinking of. So, basically, oh, it's upside down. I'm thinking of putting it on the wall right here. It's the perfect width, and then I can put a camera on this while I'm live streaming, and this is a really nice spot for it. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's so beautiful. I almost want to put this somewhere in the house that's more visible, but I guess to experiment and program it, putting it here is great. So I'm going to work on hanging it. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to put it somewhere to be safe. This mess of an attic. I'm going to work on hanging it on the wall and getting a USB cord, a long one that can go to it. And then I will come back to it. Oh, I hear footsteps. I think it's time for me to go. And so stay tuned for more. I will be back hopefully every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's kind of my plan. But here's a plea to you. Please join the Discord. It is the best place to get updates on when I'll be live streaming and when new videos are coming out. When you join the Discord for the first time, you need to go to the README where there's the code of conduct and react with an emoji, and that will unlock all the channels for you. But that's my ambition for this semester. Is Fridays recording the sequence tutorials, Saturdays doing side projects. Saturdays will be live streams. The Fridays will not be live streamed, but you can sort of like listen in or tune in as a member. But you're not missing out if you're not a member. Everything's going to be published as video tutorials for everybody to see. So that's kind of my plan. Thank you for tuning in. I hope hope this was enjoyable or interesting to you. I did very, very, very little today. So hopefully I enjoyed saying hi to you and being back and live streaming. It's so easy for me to live stream from the attic. I almost want to say I'll just be back a few hours later this afternoon. I'll turn it back on. But knowing how things are, that's probably not going to work. So please, thank you for supporting the channel. If you are a member, I'll say quickly that we have a whole new system for sending out the stickers and various things. Hopefully some of you are receiving them as we speak. If you do receive them, please post in the rewards channel in Discord in the members channels, or get in touch with me or on Discord. Post there if you're wondering about the status of it. We got a database and a Notion set up for that, and Jason, who does the illustrations, is working on some new stickers and mailing those directly. So a lot of systems are going for that hopefully will be much better than in years past. And the Discord invite link, again, I see that Adashir is asking. I'm going to press a little button and show it. I'm trying to think of what to take you out with. I guess I'll just go back to my goodbye screen and play a little music. And see you next Saturday, hopefully. Same time, same place. Love you all. May your train rides be smooth. Enjoy the outdoors. Be with people in the way that you can safely these days. I know it's a really tricky and difficult time for everyone, and I hope that doing some live streaming can bring a little bit of enjoyment or happiness or education or something to you. Stay tuned for more guest conductors. I'm still working on that series. Just things sort of just stop doing anything in August, and I'll see you soon. Please, thank you. Please make Python videos. Oh, Saber is watching. Hi, Saber. Saber, Education Community Director from the Processing Foundation. If you are a teacher and want to get are interested in finding out more about engaging with, I'm not showing you this anymore. Engaging with the Processing Foundation and teaching with P5 and processing, please check out the education page on the Processing Foundation site. You can get in touch with Saber, who apparently is in the chat. Yeah. You should listen to these podcasts. They're really awesome. You should listen to all of them except for, I think the first one is one you definitely want to skip. Yeah, this one you don't want to listen to. Sharon De La Cruz is an amazing artist and educator, multidisciplinary artist and activist. Is this Ankit Patel, who's done who previously worked with the NYC DOE CS for All program. These are really amazing resources. Kelly Lockheed, if I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, has a ton of amazing Medium tutorials. Pong game, Rainbow. I use this Rainbow paintbrush a lot. This is a really wonderful tutorial for like basic beginners of working with P5.js. So highly I recommend you check out this podcast. And there's lots more resources there, I'll say. Okay. Yeah. I seeing all these people and names in the chat, and I just want to keep going. But if you want to continue chatting with me, I don't know if this is really going to happen. We're not going to have any camera on because I don't allow my kids. This is the way I'm reconciling this right now, to have their faces appear. But they really want to live stream video game playing. So, and their new game that they love is called Fall Guys. I just want to see if I got that right. Yes, this is definitely it. But they play it on Steam on the PC. Yeah, I think this is it. So we're going to be playing this afternoon some Fall Guys on right here where I'm sitting in the attic on this PC, and we might live stream it on. I have a channel set up to live stream that it's my account because they are under 13, but I supervise them streaming video game playing to it, and so I forget what it's called, but I'll join the Discord. So that's where I will post it. One more link. I will post it to the Discord, and you can join and chat. I'll like basically be like in the chat, like I'm happy to answer like coding questions while they're playing this game. So in theory, that's what we're going to be doing. I mean, I need to take a break to walk the dog and eat something. Hopefully they weren't playing video games all this morning because I told them do other stuff. When I went downstairs briefly during my break, they were like the most idyllic, angelic children. I wonder if they were like not doing something else and then quickly got into position. But they were both like lying on their bed. They share a room, lying on their beds with like reading quietly, literally as if like they were doing something else. And as I walked out, they like switched to doing that. But I think they were legitimately doing that. And then hopefully we'll go outside to the park and all other stuff today. I can't stop talking. I love this. So anyway, join the Discord. If you want to like check that out later. Okay. Walk the dog. The dog hopefully hasn't like peed somewhere. It's been a really long time. I took her out at 8:30. It's been quite a while. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I will see you hopefully next Saturday. Same bat channel, same bat place. I'm going to play you out with some of the strange remixed of my voice songs that people have made. This is the thing that I love when people do. So please make more of these. Here's the this dot
As always,
song.
I always forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot. This dot, never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. I'm gonna do the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, the this dot song. Never forget the this dot. And I'm gonna say once again, here we go. Sing it with me. It's the polar Cartesian coordinate song. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. Auto-tune and the internet will fix that for me. Sing it with me. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. 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 Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Yes, kittens. Thank you very much. Kittens and rainbows and cupcakes. Notice that. Look what I get. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, let's do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens. 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 Kittens and kittens and kittens. Kittens and 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 kittens and kittens and kittens. I feel just sort of like a nice feeling of relaxation. Everything's going to be okay today. Dream is not broken. It has not frozen. This is a wonderful thing. Okay, we're going to do it. I'm really getting to something. I need my sound effect. Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. That was invalid syntax. I forgot. There was one other thing here that I think is important. That I
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Just gotta enjoy the last bit here.
All sorts of text generation analysis things that I will use continuously over and over again. And first thing I need to do is, yes, kittens. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, we're gonna do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens, kittens and kittens, kittens and kittens, kittens and kittens and 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 kittens and До свидания.